My phone storage is almost full, but I can't bring myself to delete the thread from 3 years ago, the one that still makes my heart beat. I'm on my way, I miss you, good night. I love you more, you're my light. Scrolling up, I watch us fall in love. Scrolling down, I watch us lose it all. The text messages I still read are the ones that kill me slow. They show me who we used to be. They show me what I know, that we were once so beautiful before the cracks began to show. The text messages I still read are the ones that won't let go. The last few messages are painful, short responses, hours apart. I'm busy, okay, whatever. The death of a heart. I scroll back up to the beginning, to the emojis and the laughs, to the person who couldn't wait, to the person I loved in half. The text messages I still read are the ones that kill me slow. They show me who we used to be. They show me what I know, that we were once so beautiful before the cracks began to show. The text messages I still read are the ones that won't let go. Sometimes I want to text you out of the blue, just to say that I still read our messages almost every single day. But then I remember you're gone, and the number doesn't work, and I'm just a ghost haunting the ghost of what we were. The text messages I still read, I'll keep them on my phone, a digital monument to a love that's overthrown. And when I finally upgrade and the messages don't transfer through, the text messages I still read will be the last thing I undo. I opened the closet today for the first time in months. Your side is still empty, but it still holds the punch of your presence, your sweaters, your shoes, your old jeans. I still catch myself looking for things I've already seen. The half of the closet you left behind is the half that I can't fill. It's the half that holds the memory. It's the half that's standing still. I push my clothes to the edge to cover up the space, but the half of the closet you left behind is written on my face. Your hangers left that's standing still. I push my clothes to the edge to cover up the space, but the half of the closet you left behind is written on my face. One day I'll take down the hangers, one day I'll fill the shelf, one day I'll stop defining myself by the space you left yourself. But today I'll just stare at it and remember when we shared. The half of the closet you left behind is the half of me that can. The half of the closet you left behind, I'll keep it just the way you left it, as a monument to the love we couldn't save. I'll never fill it up again, I'll never try to replace the half of the closet you left behind is the half of my own space. It was someone's wedding, I don't remember whose. The band was playing something slow, something we could use to hold each other close, to sway beneath the lights, to pretend for just a moment that everything was right. You pulled me to the floor and wrapped your arms around my waist, and for the first time in months I saw the smile upon your face. The one I fell in love with, the one I thought I'd lost. We danced like we were the only ones, regardless of the cost. The last night we danced was the last night we were us. Before the silence took over, before the words turned to dust, we moved together like water, like we'd never fall apart. The last night we danced was the last night of my heart. We didn't know it then, of course, that this was the final song, that after this everything would be somehow terribly wrong. We just held each other tighter as the music slowly died, and then we walked off the floor and we never again tried. The last night we danced was the last night we were us. Before the silence took over, before the words turned to dust, we moved together like water, like we'd never fall apart. The last night we danced was the last night of my heart. Sometimes I close my eyes and go back to that wedding, to that song. I feel your arms around me And for a moment I'm not wrong about us, about everything, about the love we had. The last night we danced was beautiful and sad. Last night we danced, I didn't know it was the last. I thought we'd have 1,000 more. I thought the time would last, but now I hold that memory like a record on repeat. The last night we danced is the only one that's sweet.
First year, you brought flowers every Friday, just because you'd say, just because you love me. You'd show up with wild flowers, with roses, with daisies, with anything that grew, with anything lovely. I'd put them in a vase by the window and watch them bloom and fade and die. And you'd bring more, you'd always bring more, you'd always show me why. The flowers you stop bringing are the ones I miss the most. They were more than just the petals, they were more than just the ghost of romance, of attention, of being seen. The flowers you stop bringing are the spaces in between. By year 3, the flowers came less often, only on my birthday, only on the special days. By year 4, they stopped completely, and I stopped finding ways to pretend that it didn't matter, that the gesture had died. I stopped buying vases altogether. I stopped trying to hide. The flowers you stop bringing are the ones I miss the most. They were more than just the goals, they were more than just the ghost of romance, of attention, of being seen. The flowers you stop bringing are the spaces in between. Yesterday I bought myself a rose at the grocery store checkout line. I brought it home and put it in water and told myself it was fine. But it wasn't the same, it couldn't be, because it came from my own hand. The flowers the things I can't command. The flowers you stop bringing, I'll learn to grow myself. I'll learn to bloom without you. I'll learn to find the wealth inside me without waiting for gestures that won't come. The flowers you stop bringing are the ones I'll become. We started watching a movie together the first night that you stayed over. We ordered pizza, split a blanket, made it halfway through October. Then we got distracted by each other, by the possibility of us, and we never pressed play again. We never made it past the first rush. The movie we never finished sits in my queue still, a reminder of the beginning, before the world got real. Before we had to face the ending, we were too afraid to see. The movie we never finished is the story of you and me. I know how it ends now anyway, without having seen the rest. The hero leaves, the credits roll, the heart fails the test. I could go back and watch it solo, see what we were too busy to see. But some things are better left unfinished, some things are better left as memory. The movie we never finished sits in my queue still, a reminder of the beginning, before the world got real. Before we had to face the ending, we were too afraid to see. The movie we never finished is the story of you and me. I think about pressing play sometimes on a quiet Sunday night. I think about seeing what we missed in the glow of the screen's light. But I'm scared that it will ruin the version in my head, the one where we're still watching, the one where we're not dead. So I'll leave it there forever in my queue on my list, a monument to what we were, to the frames and scenes we kissed, to the story that we started but were too afraid to end. The movie we never finished is the love I'll always tend.
I remember how your fingers used to trace along my arm, like you were memorizing me, like I was safe from harm. You'd find the small of my back in crowded rooms and crowded nights. You'd pull me close and hold me there like I was made of light. The way you used to touch me is a language I still speak. I feel it in the silence, in the middle of the week, when I'm alone and reaching for a warmth that isn't there. The way you used to touch me is the weight of this despair. Now we sleep on opposite sides of a bed that's grown too wide. You reach for your phone, not for me. You turn away, you hide. I'd give anything to feel your hand upon my skin again, but your touch is gone somewhere I don't know how to get in. The way you used to touch me is a language I still speak. I feel it in the silence, in the middle of the week, when I'm alone and reaching for a warmth that isn't there. The way you used to touch me is the weight of this despair. Last night I dreamed you held me like you did in the early days, and I woke up reaching for you in the darkness, in the haze. But you were just a shape there with your back turned to the wall, and I realized the way you used to touch me was never there at all. The way you used to touch me, I'll carry in my bones. I'll carry through the emptiness. I'll carry through the spells of all the days ahead of me, without your hand in mine. The way you used to touch me is the only warmth I'll find.
You said it on a Tuesday morning. Routine is pouring coffee as the papers turning. Without looking up, without meeting my eyes, just a reflex, just a habit, just a practiced line. I stood there in the kitchen with the kettle in my hand and realized for the first time I didn't understand if you meant it anymore, if you ever really did, or if I love you was was just something that we said. The last time you said I love you, it sounded like goodbye. It sounded like a door closing, like a question with no why. It sounded like a record playing for the thousandth time. The last time you said I love you was the first time I knew it was a lie. I wanted to believe it still. I wanted to be wrong. I wanted to reach across the table and make you prove it, make you strong. But I just poured my coffee black and sat down in my place, and we ate our breakfast silently with nothing left to face. The last time you said I love you, it sounded like goodbye. It sounded like a door closing, like a question with no why. It sounded like a record playing for the thousandth time. The last time you said I love you was the first time I knew it was a lie. I think about that Tuesday now, the way the light came through the blinds, the way you never looked at me, the way I read your mind. And I wish I'd said something then. I wish I'd made a scene instead of letting I love you die so quiet, so routine, so mean. The last time you said I love you, I should have held you tight. I should have made you say it like you meant it, like it might be the last time that I'd hear it from your mouth, from your heart. The last time you said I love you was the end, right from the I keep my phone beside my bed, on the table where I sleep. I keep the ringer turned up high. The promises I keep to myself that maybe today you'll finally call and say the words I've waited years to hear, the words that never came my way. The silence between rings grows louder every day. It fills the room with questions. It fills so I'll keep my phone beside my bed. Long as I shall live, I'll keep on waiting for a call that you will never give, because the silence between rings, though it cuts me like a knife, is the only conversation I will ever have in
The photograph sits on the piano in a silver frame that's tarnished now. A family in their Sunday finest, with hands folded they don't know how to hold each other in the future, to keep the smiles they're wearing here. They're just pretending for the camera, they're just pretending not to fear. The photograph on the piano watches the family fall apart. It sees the father leave in winter, it sees the mother's hardened heart. It watches children grow and scatter, it watches holidays grow small. The photograph on the piano remembers when they were all. The youngest girl is 7 there, with ribbons twisted in her hair. She's looking slightly off the frame, as if she knows, as if she came from somewhere that the others don't, from somewhere that the lens won't show. She'll be the first to leave the house, she'll be the quietest of all. The photograph on the piano watches the family fall apart. It sees the father leave in winter, it sees the mother's hardened heart. It watches children grow and scatter, it watches holidays grow small. The photograph on the piano remembers when they were all. And sometimes late at night, the mother stands before the silver frame and traces faces with her finger and whispers each forgotten name. And for a moment they're together in the amber of the past, before the photograph grew heavy,
before the family couldn't last. The photograph stays on the piano long after everyone has gone. It holds the light of a Sunday morning. It holds the smiles they put on. And when the house is finally empty and sold to someone new, the photograph on the piano will hold a word that once was true.
Between versions in the crack of a closing door. I am not who I was this morning. I am not who I'm heading for. I am caught in the middle of your coming, in the pause of a held breath. I am the moment before the ending. I am the time before the death. The space between versions is hollow. The space between versions is wide. I reach for the person I'm leaving. I reach for the other side. But my hands find only the present, the thin and fragile air. The space between versions is empty, and I'm floating there. I remember the person I started as, vivid and complete. I imagine the person I'll end up as, confident and fleet. But here in the middle, I'm neither. I'm none of the things I've been. I'm just the space between versions where nothing can begin. The space between versions is hollow. The space between I found a box of drawings from when I was 7 years old. I drew myself as an astronaut floating in the cold. I drew myself as a firefighter saving lives from flame. I drew myself as anything except the person I became. The person I forgot to become still lives in my head. They wake up every morning in the future that I fled. They have the life I should have had, the love I should have known. The person I forgot to become is more real than the one I've grown. At 12 I was going to be a writer with books upon the shelf. At 16 I was going to be someone who loved themselves. At 20 I was going to leave this town and never look back. At 30 I was going to have a life without the cracks. The person I forgot to become still lives in my head. They wake up every morning in the future that I fled. They have the life I should have had, the love I should have known. The person I forgot to become is more real than the one I've grown. And I wonder if they're waiting somewhere in another time, if they're looking back at me and thinking that life was mine, if they grieve the person I became the way I grieve them too. If we're both just ghosts of each other, neither making it through. The person I forgot to become, I'm finally letting go. Not because I've stopped believing, but because I've come to know that the life I have is the only one, the only chance I've got. The person I forgot to become is the one that I am not. Sometimes late at night I write it, the words they'd say when I am gone. She was quiet, kept to herself, we didn't know her well at all. She came to parties, left before the cake was cut, the wine was poured. She had a sadness in her eyes we never asked about, because this is the eulogy I'll
This is the eulogy I'll never hear, the truth they tell without me. He remembers her as someone who always listened, never spoke. She carried water for the fire, she gathered wood for other folk. She never asked for anything, she never made a sound. And when she left, we noticed less than when she was around. This is the eulogy I'll never hear, the words that come too late. She tried so hard to disappear, she sealed her own fate. She was a kindness we overlooked, a light we failed to see. This is the eulogy I'll never hear, the truth they tell without me. And the worst part isn't dying, it's knowing while I live that no one has the words to give, no one has the love to give that I could hear before the end, that I could hold while I'm still here. I'm writing my own eulogy, 'cause I'm the only one who's near. This is the eulogy I'll never hear, so I'll say it to myself. She tried so hard to disappear, she put her heart on a shelf. She was a kindness overlooked, a light no one could see. This is the eulogy I'll never hear, and I'm setting myself free. I wake up in the same skin, the same bones, the same sin, the same regret behind my eyes, the same acceptance of the lies I tell myself to make it through another day of being you, of being this, of being that, of being buried where I'm at. These are the bones I'm buried in, the skeleton I wear. I try to climb out of my skin, but there's no escape, no way. I run around inside myself like a stone inside a can. These are the bones I'm buried in.
being nothing, being free of my own mind. But morning always finds me in the same familiar place, with the same bones wrapped around me, with the same look on my face. These are the bones I'm buried in, the skeleton I wear. I try to climb out of my skin, but there's no escape, nowhere. Run around inside myself like a stone inside a can. These are the bones I'm buried in since the day I began. And sometimes I run my fingers down the ridges of my wrist, and I feel the history there, the moments that I've missed, the person I was meant to be, the life I should have had. And I realize these bones aren't just a cage, they're the only home I've had. These are the bones I'm buried in, and I'll wear them till I die. I'll run around inside myself till there's no more left to try. I'll carry my own coffin through the days that stretch ahead. These are the bones I'm buried in, and I'm living with the I saw a picture yesterday of someone I used to be. They were laughing at the camera, they looked so wild and free. They had your arm around their shoulder, they had your love inside their chest. And I wondered where that person went, I wondered if they rest. The version of me you knew is someone I don't know. They walked around so carelessly with such a fragile glow. And when you left, you took them too. They died along the way. The version of me you knew couldn't bear the weight of staying. Try to find them in the morning when the light is soft and low. I try to find them in the evening, in the person I used to know. But they're gone like summer thunder, like a storm that passed too fast. The version of me you knew was never built to last. The version of me is someone I don't know. They walked around so carelessly with such a fragile glow. And when you left, you took them too. They died along the way. The version of me you knew couldn't bear
like a friend who went away. I hold a funeral in my mind almost every day. I light a candle for their laughter, for their trust, for their belief. The version of me you knew is the shape of my grief. The version of me you knew was beautiful and bright, but they couldn't survive the ending, they couldn't survive the night. So I'll carry on without them, in this body, in this skin. The version of me you knew is the person I might have been.
The birds have stopped their singing, the wind has held its breath, the world is holding something back, like it's courting death. I sit here at the kitchen table, with my coffee growing cold, waiting for the something that I've always been told would come and shake the windows, would come and rattle doors. I'm sitting in the quiet before the quiet pours. This is the quiet before the quiet, the hush before the hush, when even silence is holding silence, and the heart prepares to crush. When the air is thick with waiting, and the walls are thin with fear. This is the quiet before the quiet, and I feel you drawing near. The phone has stopped its ringing, the mail has stopped its flow. The world outside my window is a world I used to know. I trace the grain upon the table, count the circles in the wood. I do the small and simple things the way I always could. But underneath my calm surface, the water starts to shake. The quiet before the quiet is more than I can take. This is the quiet before the quiet, the hush before the hush, when even silence is holding silence, and the heart prepares to crush. When the air is thick with waiting, and the walls are thin with fear. This is the quiet before the quiet, and I feel you drawing near. And I know that when the quiet breaks, it will not be with sound. It will be with the absence of the little I have found. It will be with the realization that the quiet was a lie. sun started fading in the mirror by the door. That was the year I disappeared and no one saw. I showed up to my own life like a guest who came too late. The party was already over, the host had sealed the gate. I pressed my face against the window, watched the shadows move inside, but no one opened up for me, no one let me hide. That was the year I disappeared, not all at once but slow. First my laughter, then my voice, then letting people go. Then my reflection started fading in the mirror by the door. That was the year I disappeared and no one saw. And sometimes late at night I wonder if I ever came back, or if the person walking around is just a shade of black, just a silhouette of someone who used to take up space, just a whisper of a voice in a forgotten place. That was the year I disappeared, and maybe I'm still gone. Maybe I'm just a memory of someone moving on. Maybe I'm just the echo of a bell that doesn't ring. That was the year I disappeared, and I forgot everything. Three in the morning, kitchen tile. You slam the door and I watch the frame. I don't remember what I said, but I remember saying your name like a weapon, like a war drum beat, like marching boots on a broken street. You left your keys on the counter and I let them lie there. If I'd known it was the last good fight, I'd let you win. I'd have swallowed every bitter word and held you in the dime. Have memorized the way you stood with anger in your eyes. If I'd known the door would close for good, I'd have let you have the prize. I sleep on my side of the bed still, like there's a border I can't cross. I leave your pillow undisturbed, counting up the cost of every silence. Every night I chose to be right instead of being close. The kettle boils, the coffee brews for one, not two.
what the fight was even for. Just the sound of your car pulling away and the silence at the door. If I'd known it was the last good fight, I'd have dropped my shield. I'd have walked across the battlefield and knelt down in the field. I'd have raised the flag of surrender before the war began. If I'd known I'd lose you anyway, I'd have lost a better man.
I woke up in the middle of the night, walked past the bathroom, caught the light, and standing there was someone I don't know, with tired eyes and a mouth pulled low. I raised my hand, they raised theirs too. I leaned in close, they stared right through, and I realized with a chill that stung, the stranger in my mirror is the person I've become. Who are you, looking back at me, with my face but not my eyes? Who are you, pretending to be the one I recognize? You wear my skin, you borrow my name, but something's come undone. A stranger in my mirror is the only one I've become. I used to know the person here, the one who laughed, the one who feared, the one who dreamed of better days, the one who moved in certain ways. But now I search for traces of the person that I used to love, and find instead a hollow space, a stranger wearing my own face. Looking back at me, with my face but not my eyes. Who are you, pretending to be the one I recognize? You wear my skin, you borrow my name, but something's come undone. The only one I've become. I pressed my palm against the glass, they pressed theirs back and let it pass, and for a moment we were two strangers who had nothing to do with who I was or who I'd be, just two reflections, wild and free. And then I blinked and they were gone, and I was left to carry on. to speak. Tell me how to find myself. Tell me how to be weak. Tell me that there's someone left beneath the damage done. The stranger in my mirror is the only one.
The calendar has made its circle. The earth has traveled round the sun, and I have learned to live with less. I have learned to be the one who carries both the bags, who locks both locks, who makes the coffee for one cup. I have learned to fill the space where you used to show up. This is the year without you, measured in empty chairs. In holidays I muddle through, in learning not to care, in learning that the pain gets softer
the kitchen for the move I have to make. I found a photograph of you behind the pots and pans I never use. Your smile is cracked along the crease. Your eyes are yellowed at the edges. I wonder who you've become while I've been holding on to ledges. You're a photograph in a drawer, a memory I don't open anymore. But today the light caught your face, and for a moment I was in that place where we were young and unafraid, but promises were easily made. You're a photograph in a drawer, and I'm not sure what I'm looking for. Your arm is slung around my shoulder. We're standing by a lake somewhere. I remember that day was colder than the photo seems to care. You're wearing that old denim jacket, the one with pins along the sleeve. I wonder if you still collect things. I wonder if you still believe. You're a photograph in a drawer, a memory I don't open anymore. But today the light caught your face, and for a moment I was in that place where we were young and unafraid, where promises were easily made. You're a photograph in a drawer, and I'm not sure what I'm looking for. I hold you up to the window, and the sun burns through your chest. I can see the dust motes dancing like the years that we've confessed. I could throw you in the garbage, I could keep you where you lay, but either way you're still a ghost that I carry every day. You're a photograph in a drawer, and I'm closing you away, not because I don't love you, but because I have to stay in the present, in the living, in the world where you don't exist. You're a photograph in a drawer that I'll never have to kiss. It was a Tuesday in September. The light came slanting through the pines. You were wearing that old flannel, the one with patches on the sides. We were driving with the windows down, singing something from the radio. I didn't know that we were happy. I didn't know we had to know. That was the last time we were us, before word we became used to be. The last time we didn't have to try. The last time you could look at me without seeing someone you were leaving, without seeing someone you betrayed. That was the last time we were us, and I didn't know it that day. We stopped for coffee at the diner. You made me laugh until I cried. We split a piece of apple pie and let the evening slide. You held my hand across the table like it was something people do, like loving me was effortless, like I was still part of you. That was the last time we were us, before word we became used to be. The last time we didn't have to try. The last time you could look at me without seeing someone you were leaving, without seeing someone you'd betray. That was the last time we were us, and I didn't know it that day. If I could go back to that moment, I'd stop the car on the side of the road. I'd take your face in both my hands, and I'd tell you what I know. I'd say, this is it, this is everything. This is all we're ever gonna get. So stay here with me in the headlights, and don't let me forget. But I didn't know it was the last time. I didn't know the count had run. I thought we had 1,000 more of Tuesdays in the sun. And now I chase that day like a firefly in a jar that's lost its glow. The last time we were us, the last time I'd ever know. I bought a ticket to the past. The admission was my peace of mind. I walked through halls of broken glass, exhibits of another time. Here's the bench where we first kissed, encased in glass. Don't touch, don't breathe. Here's the note that you dismissed. Here's the ring inside your teeth. Welcome
At Earth Shop sells our photographs, postcards of happier days. I buy them all, I do the math of all the unrepayable ways. He loved me once, or so it said in the brochure they gave at the door. But now the love is dead and bled, and I'm still coming back for more. Welcome to the museum of us. I'm locking the doors tonight. I've memorized every exhibit, every shadow, every light. But museums are for things that end, for things that have their day. And I'm closing down the museum of us, and finally in the back of my closet, behind the clothes I never wear. Your old gray swirl, one with the hole, the one that still smells like your hair. I brought it to my face and I breathed in deep, like a diver searching for air. And for just a second, you were next to me, and the loss was easier to bear. I've been wearing your borrowed sweater, even though the summer's come. I've been wearing your borrowed sweater, pretending you're not gone. It hangs past my fingers, covers my hands like you're holding me again. I've been wearing your borrowed sweater, trying to pretend. The sun is fading week by week, like you're leaving me in stages. First your voice, then your laugh, now this, the final of your pages. I wash it less than
Thanksgiving came and went again. The turkey dried out on the plate. We passed the rolls, we passed the wine, we passed the hours, we passed the time. But no one said your name. Your chair still sits against the wall. We pull it out, we let it wait. And sometimes someone starts to speak, then thinks better of it, goes weak, and carves another plate. There's a ghost at the table, sitting in your place. We pour a glass for no one and try to save face. The laughter sounds like thunder in a sky without rain. There's a ghost at the table, and we're the ones who remain. Your mother tells the same old joke, the one you always loved. She pauses where you used to laugh, and for a moment time goes half, and we look above. The ceiling holds no answers, though the floor won't meet our eyes. We stir our coffee, stir the grief, stir silence underneath the weight of goodbyes. There's a ghost at the table, sitting in your place. We pour a glass for no one and try to save face. The laughter sounds like thunder in a sky without rain. There's a ghost at the table, and we're the ones who remain. And after dinner in the kitchen, your sister washed the plate. She held your cup up to the light and said, I miss his face. The water and the dishes clinked, the faucet made its sound, and for a moment in the steam you were standing on the ground, like you just walked in the back door with snow upon your coat, like you'd pull out your usual chair and clear your tired throat.
keep a box beneath my bed of paper stained with wine. Confessions that I never said, confessions that are mine. Dear stranger that I used to know, dear warmth that left my skin, I write you verses line by line, then fold the darkness in. These are the letters I'll never send, words you'll never read. I sign my name at the bottom and bury every deed. The postman walks right past my house with nothing in his hands, just stories I was too afraid to make you understand. I wrote about the way you laughed the day your father called. I wrote about the broken glass the night you watched me fall. I wrote I'm sorry 100 times until the ink ran dry. I wrote I still see you sometimes in every stranger's eyes. These are the letters I'll never send, words you'll never read. I sign my name at the bottom and bury every deed. The postman walks right past my house with nothing in his hands, just stories I was too afraid to make you understand. And maybe in another life I have the courage to slip all my secrets through the slot and let them get to you. But here the mailbox stays untouched, the flag is rusted down. I am the keeper of a love that never left this town. These are the letters I'll never send, the only proof I gled. I stack them in a fading light beside my unmade bed. And when I go, they'll find them all, the love I couldn't spend, 1,000 goodbyes in my handwriting that I'll never send. Your coat still hangs beside the door like you might walk through any day. I haven't moved moved it to the floor, though spring has burned to gray. The indentation on the couch still holds the shape you made. I catch myself reaching out to touch a ghost that fades. Oh, the space you left behind is wider than the sea. It fills this house with hollow wind and drowns the rest of me. I'm learning how to live inside the negative of you. The space you left behind is all I'm holding to. The kettle whistles half as loud with no one else to hear. I pour one cup into the crowd of ordinary years. Your toothbrush stands beside the sink, a soldier left at post. I cannot bear to watch it think of everything we lost. Oh, the space you left behind is wider than the sea. It fills this house with hollow wind and drowns the rest of me. I'm learning how to live inside the negative of you. The space you left behind is what I'm holding to. And I trace the dust where photographs once stood. I rearrange the furniture like maybe that could erase the memory of where you used to stand. But emptiness has fingerprints on everything I touch, and I've learned to hold too much of nothing in my hands. Oh, the space you left behind will never learn to leave. It breathes against the window panes and whispers through the eaves. I'm building altars out of there to worship what I knew. The space you left behind is all I have.